Hello everyone, welcome back to the channel. I'm back here at Ciocca Subaru in Ewing, New Jersey to check out this brand new 2024 Subaru Ascent Limited, all-wheel drive of course. The color here is crystal black silica, so we're going to check out this 2024 Ascent, see what Subaru is bringing in their largest vehicle for the 2024 model year. So let's dig in. Okay, the front end of this Ascent Limited, crystal black silica is the color. The giant Subaru badge on the front grille with the chrome trim, LED headlights, LED daytime running lamps, LED fog lamps, standard bulbs for turn signals, gloss black on the top part of the grille around the badge, and then flat black on the bottom part of the grille. Looking good here on the front end of this Ascent. Wheel and tire setup on this 24 Ascent Limited. We have a 20-inch machined aluminum alloy wheel, Subaru badge on the center cap. We have that charcoal gray, silver accents, 5-hole wheel, looking good. We have standard brake and rotor package. Now these 20-inch wheels are wrapped in Falcon all-season tires, 245 on the width, a 50 series sidewall 20s, all four corners, all-wheel drive. Full side profile on the Ascent, again all black with flat black around the wheel wells and down below in the door sills, but we do have that chrome trim around the windows, down below in the door sills. A lot of black, looking good, but we do have a lot of black. I like the way they tried to dress it up a little bit with the chrome trim. Let me know what you think in the comments. Moving in closer, there is that flat black around the wheel wells, color matched side view mirror with LED turn signals, color matched on the front and the rear door handle. The fuel filler door is on the right side of the vehicle. Up top, we do have a roof spoiler coming off the top. Flat black on the shark fin antenna and the roof rails. Color matched roof with that panoramic roof. Rear end of this Ascent is a very flat back to the vehicle, so you have the roof spoiler coming off the top. I would like to see them maybe extend this out and tuck this wiper up underneath it, clean up the back end, protect this from the weather and from car washes. The Subaru badge in the center, in chrome, Subaru all-wheel drive on the left, Ascent Limited on the right. We do have that bumper protector in chrome finish right here to help protect the black paint when you're loading and unloading. And then down below, all flat black, functional dual exhaust. And then we have the trailer tow hookup right behind that panel. And just so you know, your spare tire tucked up underneath the bottom of the vehicle behind the tow hitch. We are under the hood of this 24 Ascent Limited, and what do we have for a power plant? We have Subaru's 2.4 liter turbocharged flat 4 engine mated to a high torque Lineartronic CVT transmission with 8 manual shift modes, 260 horsepower, 277 pound-feet of torque. This Ascent can tow up to 5,000 pounds, MPGs 19 in the city, 25 on the highway, 21 combined. The minimum octane rating on this engine is 87, so you can run this on regular unleaded gas. However, Subaru does recommend a minimum octane level of 91 for optimal engine performance. Before we get into the interior of this Ascent, you're going to want to know, Mike, how much am I going to have to lay out for one of these babies? These Ascents can be expensive, and you know what? They can be, and you know what? The Limited is. Especially the way this one's spec'd. So here we go. 2024 Ascent Limited MSRP base is $41,895. Now this one's got some options on it, so we got to add in $3,550 for option package number 23. That gets you the panoramic power moonroof, dual glass with power sunshade. It also gets you the Subaru Starlink 11.6-inch multimedia navigation system, the Herman Kardon Quantum Logic surround sound, the speaker system, 360-degree view surround view monitors, Cabin Connect retractable cargo cover. We then have to add in $354 for the wireless charging pad, an extra $201 for the LED interior lighting upgrade, an extra $158 for the rear bumper cover, an extra $141 for the all-weather floor liners, and an extra $107 for the cargo tray. We then have to add in destination and delivery of $1,295 from Subaru's Lafayette, Indiana assembly plant. And we have a total MSRP for this vehicle from the factory of $47,701. The dealer added a wheel locks for an additional $167, so the total vehicle asking price on the lot today is $47,868. Let's check out the interior. Starting with the footbox, a nice large dead pedal brake and accelerator. There's your all-season mats in the vehicle. Seats, what do we have? We have power seats for the driver and the front passenger with lumbar. Material, we have black leather with stitching, nice bolstering, headrests nice and forgiving, bolstering nice and soft. Nice looking black trimmed interior in the inside of this Ascent. Door panel action, I really like this door panel. It looks really nice. We got soft touch up top. We got some flat black plastic around the chrome door handle, which is nice. Then we have some leather with the stitching underneath that, flat black on the switchgear, a nice soft door armrest with the leather, with the stitching, looking good. The door pocket is a fairly, I would say, a little tight for a large SUV like this. And then we do have the upgraded Herman Kardon sound system in here. Up top on the dash, we got the soft touch all the way down. We have an area in here for storage. I wish that was a little rubberized so stuff wouldn't slide around. But again, more leather with stitching, looking nice. And then a nice large glove box. Infotainment screen, we have Subaru's 11.6-inch Starlink infotainment system with navigation. It is a touch screen. You hit it to wake it up. But when the pinch to zoom is a little glitchy, I'd like them to smooth that out. The navigation is based on the TomTom software system, so I'd like to get them to smooth that out. Nissan uses the same software for their navigation, and they've found a way to get that software to smooth out that pinch to zoom. Subaru will need to do the same. We got dual panel action up here, so you can bring up different things on your upper menu as well. And there's your weather. You got your X modes, normal, I'll zoom in on that, normal, snow, dirt, deep snow, mud, and you got 8.7 inches of ground clearance in this Ascent, which is a good number for a regular trim and not an off-road trim. So they got you set there. We have our four-way hazards, knobs for your volume and tuning, and then we have our driver profiles that you can add, so they got you covered there. They got Bluetooth your phone action. You got your home button, wireless Apple CarPlay, wireless Android Auto, Wi-Fi hotspot, touchscreen, so you can go to your different deals. You can go to your vehicle settings, set up how you want the vehicle to be. Auto vehicle hold on off, let's say, right? You can go to driving assistance, set up your driving assistance controls, go to additional settings, set those up. So they got you covered with all that. Turn on your steering responsive headlights, which I like. Those are the headlights that turn with you when you're turning the vehicle. That's a nice touch, especially for safety. So I like that quite a bit. And then you can go back to home and you're all set. And you can hit your map and you can go back to your navigation and you're all set. And then you got obviously dual climate control action as well, which is a nice touch. And then you got 3-stage heated seats for the driver and the front passenger. So they got you covered there. Putting the car in reverse. There's our backup camera right there with trajectory and your back view here. We can go to different views if you would like. And there is our 360-degree view with the backup sensors on the bottom. So you got a triple view, which works for me. But it is nice and clear and it works. And I like the way they have that all figured out. As we move on down, look at this action right here. You got your camera view button, you got an aux jack, you got a USB-C, USB-A, and there's your wireless charging pad in there with a 12-volt behind it. Interesting way they have that set up. Here is the gear shift that's going to take you through the 8 manual simulated gears of this Lineartronic CVT. Here's our electric emergency brake, 2 cup holders with some ambient lighting. As you can see, we do have ambient lighting in this Ascent, which is a nice touch. And then here's our key fob in the baggie. Top button is lock, Subaru emblem is unlock, pop the tailgate, panic button, nice weight, you're all set. And now here's our center armrest, super soft with the stitching in the leather. Open that up, you got a removable tray right there, and a nice felt lined area for storage. Subaru steering wheel, nice leather wrap steering wheel with the stitching, Subaru badge on the horn button, some brushed aluminum to lift up the wheel, round bottom wheel, but I have no problem getting in and out of the vehicle. On the left, you got your volume, telephone, voice commands, controls for the digital portion of your dash. On the right side, you got your adaptive cruise safety suite controls, and then down here is your heated steering wheel on or off. We do have paddles to go through the gears, simulated gears manually. Then we have our headlights and fog lamp controls, and then front and rear wiper on the right side. Down below, you can pop the tailgate. That's your dome lighting, and that is your brighten and dim the dash. We do have a manual tilting and telescoping wheel, so Subaru has you covered there. And then on your dash, you have the tried and true Subaru analog digital combo, analog gauges for your speedometer, tachometer, fuel level, and coolant temperature. And then you have a small display in the center where you can go over additional information that you may want to see while you're going down the road. So no problem there. And like I said, we do have the X mode action. And again, those are going to show up on the top panel right here. Oops, I went the wrong way. I wish it just went around in circles, but it doesn't. And now we turn on snow dirt. We're going to have that little picture come up, go back to normal, deep snow mud, the picture goes to snow. So they got some animation on there for you, but overall, pretty easy system to use. Overhead console, pretty simple. You want your dome lighting to come on and off when you open and close the door. This button over here on door, when you open it, standard yellow lights. Why is this not LED? The lights in the back for the back seat passengers are all LED. These aren't. And you paid for the LED interior lighting upgrade. I think they made a mistake in what they installed here, because that's definitely not LED. Let me know what you guys think. Now, we have our SOS button in case there's an emergency on the road. You want to open up your panoramic roof. The shade is on the right. The roof glass is on the left. So we hit the button and hold it in a second for that shade to go back. And that's going to go all the way back, no stopping halfway. And then hit the button on the left and open it goes. There's your wind buffeter coming up. And you're all set. One click back. And it closes. There we go. And then one click back, and is it going to come all the way back in one fell swoop? Sure is. And it's pretty quick for such a large panoramic roof. And we're done. And now we have our sun visor with vanity and an LED light. And does it slide? Yes, it does. Driver door panel, 2 memory seat settings, and then with this button right up top here, we got the power fold mirror action. Yes, we do. And of course, they'll fold in when you lock the car. Mid-row action in the Ascent. Seat is set for my driving position, so I'll hop on in. Nice and easy. 1, 2, 3. 5'11" plenty of room for my head, shoulders, and knees. We have the leather all the way down. Nice seat pocket behind the driver and the front passenger. And then in the back here, we have, there it is. We got climate control action, 2-stage heated seats for the mid-row passengers, which is nice. And then USB-C, USB-A. And then down here, that comes down and you get a couple of cup holders. So they got you covered there. So that's nice. Now, back door panel looking the same as the front. Same vibe, same use of materials. There's your front door panel looking good. Here's the back door panel looking the same. And you do have the security shades. So they got you covered there. But what I'm talking about this LED lighting, look at this action. Here is the mid-row lighting. It's LED. When I open the door, look at that dome lighting. That is not the same. And if I'm paying for the LED upgrade, those dome lights should be white. Getting in row number 3, we're going to hit button number 1, see what happens. And that folds up, and you can push it forward. Plenty of room to get in. All leather mats back here as well. So we'll jump on in to row number 3. And it is a little small back here. As you can see, we got some cup holders. We got a speaker. We have a couple of USBs for connectivity right back here. So that's nice. And a little area for storage. So they got you covered. Got your LED lighting back here too, and your heat and air. On the left side, we have the speaker, we have cup holders, but we don't have connectivity over here. So I'm going to have to stretch my wire across my buddy to get it plugged in over there. I think it'd be better to have one on each side. And then the seats back here, they're fairly skinny, but they have the same nice material. The headrests operate a little bit differently, where you put them way up like that. Kind of looks like something out of a scientific experiment in a lab. But there you have it. And then these will actually fold back a little bit too for you, so you can stretch out a little bit. So, but to try to get in here, I can squeeze in barely. So for small little kids, fine. For large adults in the back, it's a no-go. Getting in the cargo area of your Ascent, you can pop the tailgate from the key fob or from the dash. Also, you can come to the back. There's a button right underneath the Subaru badge. You hit it, beeps a couple of times. Nice electric assist on the way up. Nice electric assist on the way down. With the third row up, you're looking at 17.8 cubic feet of cargo space. We move in closer. We have the Ascent carpeted floor mats that look nice. You have your all-weather cargo mat underneath here. And underneath there, there's a spot to stow the tonneau cover with extra storage. Like I mentioned earlier, the spare is underneath that tow hitch panel, underneath the vehicle. As we move in closer, here's the Herman Kardon subwoofer right there. Here is your 12-volt. We got some lighting as well. Now, to get this third row down, you pull the strap and push forward. Very easy. Pull the strap, push forward. Now you have more room. But if you want to get the mid-row down, we should have drop levers back here, like you see in a Telluride or a Palisade. Subaru is behind the curve, just like Toyota and Ford are. In having them back here, they'll need to do that. But just like Toyota, Highlander, getting those mid-row seats down is a two-handed operation. So I'll be back with you shortly. All right, now to get this mid-row seat flat, it's a two-handed operation. We have button number 2 right there, or lever number 2, and then we have a lever up on the side of the seat back. So we need to pull number 2 up, move number 3 up, and it folds flat, just like that. So you pull this up, you move that up, and the seat folds flat. There's your two-handed operation. I'll do the other side off camera, and I'll meet you at the back of the tailgate. All right, now we have both mid-row captain chairs down. And what are we looking at? 75.6 cubic feet of space with all seats down, which isn't bad here in this Ascent. But I mean, like I said, Subaru's got to do something about that mid-row operation. It's as old as the hills, just like the Toyota Highlander is. Just give me a couple of levers. Anywhere in here. One, choot, and one over here, choot, and they both drop. Easy peasy, 1, 2, 3. So Subaru, get on that if you're watching this video. All right, we're out on the road in this 2024 Ascent Limited. And I have the camera further back on the sunroof to give you kind of an overall picture of what the cockpit's like, how easy it is for me to see everything. I have my phone in this QI wireless phone charger, and it works beautifully, no problem. Easy access to everything, no problem. Car handles just fine, well damped, comfortable seats, no problem at all. Piece of cake driving this down the road. The turbo engine, of course, we got plenty of power with this 2.4 liter turbo in flat 4. Now we're going to do an emergency stop in 3, 2, 1. Yeah, no problem. Slams on the brakes, nice and linear. And the engine, it takes off just fine. You got, of course, the Lineartronic CVT with the 8 manual shift modes. So that's going to keep the driveline quiet when the engine's not under load. We are going to do a turning radius. 19 feet is the number. Let's see. Whoop, peeled out a little bit. A little peeling out with the turbo, baby. Even got my license plate all discombobulated. But plenty of power with this turbo engine. You're not going to be wanting for more power in an Ascent. So I think that's a good move, putting that engine in here, because frankly this Ascent's pretty heavy. mid-size 3-row SUV. Even though it's more like I don't know if it's a full 3rd row. It's a little tight on the 3rd row. I'm going to stop here a second, see if I can fix this. There we go. Don't want that falling out, going all over the place. All right. Now we're back in business. But I guess the job done. No problem. But like I was saying, the 3rd row is a little tight back there. Would have been easy. I think it would have been easier just to do a 2-row in this rather than row 3. Let me know what you think. If you got an Ascent, you use the 3rd row a lot, and if you do, what do you use it for? Let me know. Or do you rock with it down all the time and you only use the front row and the mid row? Let me know. But overall, we got some nice tech. The Subaru Starlink system is nice. Just like to see them sharpen up that TomTom software for the navigation. I'd like to see them sharpen that up a little bit, make the pinch to zoom more responsive to the touch, like Nissan has done with theirs, because they use the same one as Subaru does. You got your heated seats, you got your heated steering wheel, so no problem. Wireless charging, and it's the newer wireless charging pad too, that QI or Key or Qi or whatever they call it. That works better, much more reliable than the old one that you still see going in cars today. I like the newer one better. But turns well. Steering's light, a little vague, but it's a big people hauler. That's what this is designed to do. Now, I'm not in love with a CVT in a vehicle almost $50,000. I think a car this expensive should have a regular automatic transmission and not a CVT. That's my own opinion. I'm sure a lot of you will have a different opinion, but that's okay. Let me know what you guys think. It's okay to disagree with me. It's just my personal preference at this price point for this vehicle, which is 48 grand. And then when you add in tax, title, and license, you're going to be over 50, unless you have a big trade to offset it. So there you have it. But otherwise, it's just fine. Now, a lot of the competition now have a fully digital dash. Subaru is still sticking with the analog digital combo. Let me know how you feel about that. I don't mind this at all. It's actually very easy to read. I don't have to have a blingy digital dash. It's nice to have, but I don't need to have it in my car. But overall, this Limited is appointed really, really well. And it's the one of the top trims in the 2024 Ascent. The top trim is the Touring XT, and then the next one down from that is the Onyx Edition Limited, and then comes the Limited. So 2 above this, which means if you go Touring XT all blinged up, you're probably looking at well over 50 grand, maybe even low 50s for one of these. And then that gets a little intense for an Ascent, in my view. So now we come back down the road and everything is good. Nice and quiet in here. A little bit of road noise, a little bit of wind noise, but not bad. It's a fairly quiet cabin. Not silent, but fairly quiet. You won't have to put on your music, you know, really, really loud not to hear the outside noise like some less expensive cars are like. But overall, nice ride, decent handling, a little vague, but par for the course in this segment. A little tight in the 3rd row, and would rather have an 8-speed auto in here rather than the Lineartronic CVT. That's my own personal opinion. But overall, I think it's a good offering. If you're in the market for a 3-row midsize SUV, you may want to check out this Ascent, see what it's all about before you make a decision. But let me know what you think. Would you rock in something like this in this Ascent? Or would you go a different way with the Ascent? Maybe go less money, go lower in trims, go less money? Or do you want to max it out and go big time? Let me know. Or are you going to go somewhere else to maybe another brand, another vehicle company with your hard-earned SUV money? Let me know that in the comments as well. But I'd like to thank Ciocca Subaru here in Ewing for allowing the channel access to their first 2024 Subaru Ascent Limited. For review today, I'd like to thank all of you for watching. If you enjoyed this video, please consider giving it a like. Please also consider subscribing. Turn on that notification bell so you'll never miss another Shabby's Rides video. And I'll see all of you on the rebound. Take care, everyone.